We are live, the dog days of February. Before we get into what I would say the heart of the PGA Tour season, some of the most fun weeks of the PGA Tour season, the Florida Swing, home game next week. I'm definitely very excited for those weeks, but we have the Mexico Open here. So let's get to it. Let me send out the quote tweet. Come chat, bang. Come chat, Command V, link, post, and we're live. Okay. We're going to talk betting card. We're going to talk. There's zero narratives this week, if you're wondering. Legitimately zero narratives. Like every single interview was either in Spanish or it was zero substance. Only thing that I got out of it was Tony Finau saying he loves being here with his family. His kids love the rides, and his kids love the par 3 course. And there's a theme park rolling, and the kids are old enough to go on the roller coaster. So Tony Finau's being a family man as usual. Take that as a reason to fade him. Take that as a reason to saying he's not focused on the golf. He's there to play with his kids. Honestly, no real thoughts on Finau. I like Nikolai and who else up top? Mitchell, no. Who's in the 10K range? Nikolai Griot. Jaeger, not Jaeger. Okay. My number one player in the 10K range is Nikolai, but we're not there yet. I'm talking about these interviews. So yeah, Tony was like, "I love being here with my family." I don't think he's focused. I'm just gonna say, I don't think he's focused. Tony's there to be with his family. He's not going back to back. Griot said they asked him about the golf course. Griot was like, "Yeah, it's pristine. You got to hit it off the tee. You got to hit fairways. You got to make the putts. There's no secret recipe out here." So no substance from the interviews this week. And like I said, the last few weeks there hasn't really been any juice in the interviews. They've kind of been weak sauce. But here we are. Let's talk the betting card. Let's talk the bets. Let's talk. I'll lab some underdog. I'll lab it all. So actually, let me see if I can share my entire screen. Stop real quick. Present, share screen, share window. Bang. There we go. Okay. We're here. We are here. We're going to talk betting card first. So you see it. Patrick Rogers leads the betting card in 2024. This is what kind of world we are in. And I just love his veteran presence. I love that he has 2 top 10s in here. He's one of the only guys to have 2 top 10s. The last time Patrick Rogers was in a field this week was the Barracuda Championship last summer when he was 1 shot away from beating Akshay Bhatia, ended up losing in a playoff. So, yeah, he's a gutless career loser, but at near 40-1 in this field, I'm down. I'll bet Patrick Rogers maybe twice a year. Here's one of them. So, let's run P-Raj out there. This is my notes with all of my golfers. See if I can actually remove that. So, yeah, okay, removed. Number 2, Ryan Fox. Ryan Fox, he's the winner. He's a DP World Tour guy, and like how these World Tour guys are coming across and taking this so seriously. You see Thomas Dietrich, Matthew Pavone, just coming out here and playing elite golf out the gates. And I think Ryan Fox could be that guy. What is going on in my StreamYard? I'm very confused. Something just went wrong. I think Ryan Fox could be that guy. He's super long off the tee. He can make birdies. And he just posted on Instagram how he was like, "I'm committed to the PGA Tour. I'm not playing the New Zealand Open." So he's happy to be here. He's definitely dialed and he's focused on getting himself into the mix on the PGA Tour. We saw him in Phoenix being a few shots off of the lead on Saturday. Ultimately pissed down his leg, but it was good golf. So his game is there, and this field is really weak. Ryan Fox has won in stronger fields over in Europe, truthfully. I mean, look at the top DraftKings pricing. It's Thorbjorn Olsen, Nikolai Horgaard, Thomas Dietrich. Like, that's a DP World Tour event. Mav McNeely, 50-1. Good number on a golfer who seems like he's healthy. First time since 2022 where Maverick has gained strokes across the board. Definitely enticing and intriguing to see Maverick McNeely looking healthy. Thought it was a good number. And I said this thing 2 years ago that Maverick's going to get his first win in a shit field at sub 50-1. And that's what we have now, because a lot of people like to bet him like 100-1, 70-1 in like bigger fields just because he's a talented player. And yeah, I do think he's a talented player. He fits the mold of a longer driver. heat up everywhere else, I'm down 50 to 1. Mike Kim, 60 to 1. I just posted a TikTok clip about Mike Kim being equivalent to John Rahm and Tony Finau. Obviously, I was joking. I was just making the Torrey Pines crossover, how Mike Kim has popped at Torrey Pines, and John Rahm, Tony Finau, last two winners of the event, Torrey Pines, as was Nikolai and a few other guys, Stefan Jaeger. Nikolai and Stefan Jaeger, I couldn't fit them on my betting card, but I really think they could win. So yeah, I like Mike Kim. He's playing really good golf at the moment too. So 60 to 1 is a great number on old Mike Kim. He gained T6 at the Amex as well, and it's clear the game is in a good spot. He's gaining strokes across the board. Sneaky long too. Mike Kim is 58th in distance. Vincent Norman, 75 to 1. I'm going to be betting a ton of Vincent Norman this year. He's probably the only 75 to 1 golfer you could say has won twice in the last 5 months. And that Vince, like, he's literally has one in the Irish Open, I believe, and then won the Barbasol over the last 5 months. He is a bomber, but he kind of lost his game over the last 2 months. Recently, he's picked it back up. He really has picked it back up. The last 2 starts, he's gained strokes ball striking, which is can tell he's on the way back up. He's on the right path. I love Vinny Nors at 75 to 1. Justin Suh, 77 to 1. I've bet him at way worse numbers, truthfully. Like, he's a guy super long off the tee, super straight off the tee, a great putter. The iron play is definitely an X factor. If it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. And recently, he gained strokes on approach, and he gained 2.5 strokes on approach at the waist, and he gained 1.7 at the Amex. Clearly, he's found a little something with the irons, probably maturing, figuring out the rest of his game. And he's a former number 1 amateur in the world, number 1 junior in the world. Like, the dude's talented. He could definitely win. 77 to 1 is a great number. Matt Wallace, 83 to 1 or 80 to 1. Look, he won last year in Punta Cana. Very similar field, very similar style golf. His game is kind of taken a dip. It kind of has. It truthfully has. But he hasn't lost the distance. Like, last year in Punta Cana, he was 35 to 1. Now he's 80 to 1. I'm down to just buy that number. The iron play has been okay. He's kind of been driving it everywhere, but he's still driving it long. You can kind of drive it anywhere out here. He loves these greens. I'm down for Matt Wallace at 80 to 1, like a winner. Tyler Duncan at 120 to 1. Sneaky long off the tee. The iron player's hit or miss, but he's coming off of his best approach week since October at the Waste Management. He was in the mix in Punta Cana as well as Matt Wallace, so I'm down for little T-dunks at 120 to 1. And then finally, Sammy Valimaki, 120 to 1. Loves a birdie fest. He won in Qatar last year, and he's coming off of his best iron performance in his short PGA Tour career, plus 5.4 strokes in Phoenix. So he's really been hitting his driver well, which is his strength. If he could pair that with a little bit of that iron play that he tasted in Phoenix, he could be in for a good week. And Valimaki's not scared to heat up. The dude can get low. All right, these $5,000 golf bets. It's basically just my first round leader card with a few sprinkles. I went through every single bet in detail over on the $5,000 golf bet. So it's like a 5-minute video. After this video, go over to the Golf Gambling Podcast and check out that video. No matchups as of tomorrow. Live ads will come on Friday. DFS pool. Let's talk about little DFS. Playing a few single entries this week. Jaeger in every lineup. A little FOMO, but I obviously love him. And he's lesser owned than I was expecting. There was 2 guys that I liked, obviously, but they were just way too owned that I couldn't play. The main guy was Taylor Pendrith. I don't think you want to be a part of a 23% Taylor Pendrith. I just truthfully don't. So fading him, playing Jaeger in a lot of my lineups. I love the path Stefan Jaeger provides. Stefan Jaeger can start off slow and then heat up down the stretch Friday, Saturday, Sunday, get you a top 10. Or he can come out the gates and be first round leader, which I would love. Bang, first round leader. I would love. Either way, I think he's going to have a top 20 week. And I also bet him T20. So I do have some Jaeger exposure. Patrick Rogers, I already explained my love for him. Joseph Bramlett. The question was Joseph Bramlett or Harry Hall. I went with Joseph Bramlett. They both finished T10 last year. They're both long hitters off the tee. Harry Hall's probably a little bit better of a putter. Joseph Bramlett's probably a little bit better of an iron player. But overall, Joseph Bramlett's been playing better over the last 20 to 30 rounds. So I went with Brams over Harry Hall. I think Harry Hall is going to be a bit chalkier than Bramlett as well. Keith Mitchell, 67% of my lineups, meaning 2 out of 3. And Keith Mitchell, I really do like the overall prowess he provides. Number 4, strokes getting off the tee. I'm nervous to play Keith Mitchell though, because whenever he makes a ton of sense, is in his own, he disappoints. So I don't love him as much as maybe you guys do, but I sprinkled a little Keith. Vincent Norman gave the case. Adrian Dumont is basically the same golfer as Vincent Norman, but a little less polished, I would say. Younger, one on the Korn Ferry Tour. But has all the talent in the world. A long hitter. I love to see him. I'm gonna love to see how he plays in Mexico. Justin Lauer, one of my favorite plays, $6,100. 3 straight made cuts, 3 straight events gaining strokes ball striking, and he's $6,100. He's not a bomber. He's not a long hitter, but he's got an overall solid, complete bag. And that's rare at $6,100. Plus, he's playing well. I was very shocked by that price. T Dunks gave the case. Long Dong Paul Barjan, 19th on tour in driving distance, and he hits his long irons and middle irons really well. Playing all right at the moment. 5,800 or 5,700, I believe. So I'm down there. And then Nikolai Horgard, I'm going to write Nikolai because people might think that is Nico Echeverria. Nikolai, love him. I think he's your winner this week, truthfully. If I had to bet one guy, it'd probably be Nikolai. I love the way the Torrey Pines crossover is big for me. He finished T3 at Corrales or T2 at Corrales. Very similar style of golf. And he's playing great golf. Like, he's been playing a lot of events of late. Long and straight off the tee. Great iron player. Can get scorching hot with the putter. So Nikolai, sprinkle him. And then Parker Cootie, 33%. He gained over 7 strokes ball striking at Torrey Pines. That's no hit and giggle. That is big boy. That's a big boy track. And Parker Cootie's coming up from college, from the Korn Ferry Tour, and striping the ball. He does lack a lot of it actually on the putting greens and around the greens, but he's $6,500. Like, you're not gonna get that great ball striking as you're not gonna get great ball striking at $6,500. So I'm down for some P Coos at 65. Underdog. We haven't had anything in here, but we're gonna live look at the board, and I'm gonna talk it out. Oh shit, I'm not signed in. Let's sign in. Oh shit. We're in. Let's go. I just withdrew all my money from Underdog, so I can't play. But we'll talk. We'll lab it. We'll talk some picks. And then it just pops my eye. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was partially one. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, I do like Ryan Fox. I talked about him a lot. This is an event where you're gonna have to take it 6 under to keep pace. I like him to shoot lower than 68. I definitely do. Doug Gim has been striping the ball, but I don't love him on this style golf course. But 68 is not a very hard position. P. Raj, these are soft lines. I wouldn't bet a lot of these. I'd sprinkle them, but these are very soft lines. There might be the conditions are going to be fine. Who do I want to fade? See, this line's kind of sharp on Brandon Wu. 68.5. He's going to be very popular this week, and I don't think he's going to play well. So this line's fairly sharp. I mean, I would not be 2 under is not a good round, but I would take the over on Brandon Wu. I do not think he's going to play well, even though he finished T3 here. Cam Champ, dude. You play Cam Champ a few times a year. I could see him playing all right here, making some birdies, shooting lower 3 under or better. I would fade Thorbjorn, but like the thing is, like this course is so easy. I could see him just shooting 68 and being okay, truthfully. So I don't love a lot of these. Chuck Hoff, he's playing great golf. He should definitely shoot 2 under or lower. Definitely. Tommy Dietz, I think you want to stay away from Tommy Dietz because The driver's been solid, but the irons play has been really bad. He's been very putter reliant, which I don't love. I think you just stay away. Mac Hughes, no thoughts here. No thoughts there. Emiliano Grillo, dude. If Grillo can't shoot 68, that's a problem. What's Tony Finau's score prop? 67.5? 67. Yeah. I would probably go higher on that. All these guys are 60, 67.5 or 68, which I think let's see. Any other props I want to talk about besides score? Greens regulation, fairways. The fairways you got to watch out for because look at the scorecard. There's going to be 5 par threes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Meaning there's only 13 fairways to hit. So who's the guy we can fade on fairways? 8 fairways. 8 fairways. Are they all 8.5 or 8? I'm down. Like, what's Keith's fairways? 8.5. Grillo's 9.5 fairways hit. I think he goes under that. Who's? I think I'm down for Mac Hughes under fairways. I do like that. Anyone else I want to do under fairways or over fairways? Who's this? Brandon Wu under fair. Oh no, he had Brandon Wu's driving accuracy in this event last year was absurd. I do like a few of those scores that I talked about, and I do like Mackenzie Hughes under in fairways. Okay, let's look at prize picks. Birdies are better. Okay, we got 3 par 5s. I like Nikolai over 5 birdies. He's gonna birdie probably 3 out of 3 par 5s, and then from there we just gotta find 2. I like Nikolai, and I also like Padre because you're getting the hook. I meant Patrick Rogers, not Padre. You're getting the hook on birdies. Strokes, same deal. Birdies are better matchup. Can we find a matchup? I mean, come on. Keith Mitchell versus Jake Knapp. Birdies are better. That is a hammer. That's more. Keith Mitchell's making more birdies than Jake Knapp tomorrow. The Jake Knapp love has gotten out of control. Him at 40-1 is insane. He's proven literally nothing. See, I want to bet Patrick Rogers more birdies than Toasty, but Toasty's a guy who just light it up. This one I would go less. Thorbjorn Olsen less birdies than SH Kim. You don't fade Asians in round 1. You just don't do it. See I kind of digging this. Okay, those are 2 legs I like. Greens and reg. These greens should be fairly easy to hit if I don't love these options though. Fairways. Wait, what do we got on 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3? We got I don't want to get these props are these 3-hole stretch. This is dangerous. That is very dangerous. Wait, these scores are 11.5 for hole 1, 2, and 3. Like that's 1 under. Oh, I think we could make some hay here, honestly. But it's just who you got to pick. Holes 1, 2, and 3, play them even par or over par. Who do we got? KH Lee hasn't been doing anything. KH Lee, more. Wow, I like this, actually. I want to put Brendan Wu in there, too. Let's see. Hole 1. Par 4, 413, par 4, dogleg right. This is going to be a 90-yard shot. This is going to be a tough hole. And this is going to be a tough hole. I might add 2 of these in there and actually sprinkle this. Okay, I think we found something. Davis Riley, more. Okay. That's a 5x entry. What about 10, 11, 12? So 10, if this is 1 under or better, I will take it. That's a tough hole, but that should be a par. should be a par, and then that should be a bird. Honestly, so this is same thing. That's also 9. That's 12. If he could play that one under. So Nikolai, I mean, they should both play that one under. I trust Tone tomorrow. Less. That shit's smacking. There we go. Prize picks for tomorrow. I will tweet this out. I'll get that out to you guys. Okay, that about sums it up. That's the betting card. That's the prize picks. Can you parlay those? Those are prize picks. I am not an advocate for prize picks, to be honest, or underdog. I think they're only just fun, low, like don't put a lot of money into it because it's a parlay. And people take it so seriously and get very mad when they lose, but you're betting a 10-1 parlay. Like you can't be mad when it loses. So this is a sprinkle. Like, look, I'm going to show it up. This is what's the payout? It's plus 5. No, it's plus 10 for, it's a 10-1. It's plus 1,000. You're betting a 10-1 parlay. So probably not going to hit, but like it's a fun 10-1 parlay. Put a little bit of money on that. So I'm down. So I'm gonna get that up on Twitter shortly. Any other questions? You guys know where to find me. We got it going at what? 12 hours. So I will talk to you guys soon. Good luck tomorrow. Enjoy the Mexico Open.